Welcome to Let's Get Shots for America. Today we're going to learn about the MMR vaccine. Before we learn about the vaccine, let's take a look at the disease targets. Starting off with measles. This is a highly contagious viral respiratory infection. Symptoms of infection include rash, cough, runny nose, irritated eyes, and a fever. Transmission occurs through infected respiratory droplets. These infected droplets can remain actively infectious for hours after exposure occurs. And 90% of those who are susceptible to infection will become infected if exposed to measles. Next, we have the mumps. This is a viral infection that impacts the salivary glands along the jaw and near the ears. Symptoms of infection include swollen salivary glands, fever, headache, pain when chewing, and muscle pain. Transmission can occur through any contact with infected saliva, and these infections are most common amongst college-age kids and young children. Lastly, we have rubella. This is a generally mild infection that is also known as German measles. Symptoms include a red rash, low-grade fever, mild pink eye, swollen lymph nodes, cough, and runny nose. Transmission of rubella occurs through an infected person coughing or sneezing. And then 25 to 50% of those infected with rubella will show no symptoms, however, can still spread the disease. Now, let's begin to learn about the MMR vaccine. This vaccine is a part of the live attenuated vaccine class. This means that a modified version of the live virus is used to generate the immune response. Since this antigen is modified, it cannot get you sick with the target disease. The doses of this vaccine occur in two 0.5 doses, both of which are given intramuscularly. The first dose is given at 12 to 15 months of age, and then the second dose is not given until 4 to 6 years old. Now, let's take a look at what makes up the MMR vaccine. As mentioned earlier, the active antigens in this vaccine include weakens formed of the measles, mumps, and rubella viruses. Sorbitol, sucrose, and gelatin are stabilizers that make sure the vaccine remains potent and unchanged during storage and transport. They are all also commonly found in food. Recombinant human albumin prevents the formation of particles in the vaccine, aggregation, and protects from oxidative stress while in storage. Fetal bovine serum is a growth medium used for antigen production, but is then purified away and is only present at trace levels. Lastly, neomycin is an antibiotic that prevents the growth of bacteria in the vaccine. Now it's time to discuss a major misconception that the MMR vaccine is related to autism. Let us first state that the MMR vaccine does not cause autism. A paper published in 1998 reported that there was no evidence to conclude that the MMR vaccine was related to autism. However, one of the authors on this paper publicly claimed the opposite. This led to the spread that autism and the vaccine were related. This paper was fully retracted from the Lancet in 2010. It was discovered that the individual received funding from lawyers who were working against vaccine producing companies. Eventually, this individual had his medical license revoked due to ethical concerns and fraud regarding his research. Lastly, many tried to replicate his study. However, none were able to produce results showing a relationship between the vaccine and autism. Now, it's time to focus on why vaccination is important. The number of measles, mumps, and rubella cases have all been dramatically reduced. Both measles and rubella are considered eliminated in the United States, and the cases of mumps have been dramatically decreased. This was due to the success of vaccination, and a rise in cases is typically due to people not being vaccinated. Vaccination can protect yourself and others. Since these diseases are highly contagious, getting vaccinated ensures that you and your child are protected from illness. The vaccine provides lifelong immunity to those who receive it. Additionally, being vaccinated prevents the spread of these diseases to others. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get shots.